Imagine a typical day where a person, let us call her Sarah, is searching for a new pair of shoes online. She finds a pair she likes for $100. Excited, she decides to take a moment to think about it. After a few minutes, she refreshes the page, only to find the price has suddenly jumped to $125. Confused and frustrated, Sarah wonders why the price changed so drastically in such a short time. This scenario is not uncommon in the world of online shopping, and it leads us to explore the hidden system of dynamic pricing that operates behind the scenes. Dynamic pricing is a strategy that allows companies to adjust prices in real time based on various factors. Unlike traditional pricing models, where prices remain constant, dynamic pricing is fluid and can change based on demand, competition, and even individual user behavior. This method is increasingly prevalent in e-commerce, where algorithms analyze vast amounts of data to determine the optimal price point for a product at any given moment. The goal is to maximize sales and profits by responding to market fluctuations and consumer behavior. To understand how dynamic pricing works, one must first grasp the data that fuels it. Websites track a multitude of information about visitors, including their location, the device they are using, and their browsing history. For instance, if Sarah is browsing from a city with a high cost of living, the website may increase prices based on the assumption that consumers in that area are willing to pay more. Similarly, if Sarah has visited the site multiple times, the algorithm may interpret this as a sign of strong interest, prompting a price increase to capitalize on her perceived urgency. User behavior plays a critical role in how prices are adjusted. Websites utilize cookies and tracking technologies to monitor how long a user spends on a page, which products they click on, and even how often they abandon their shopping carts. This information is fed into sophisticated algorithms that can predict purchasing patterns. If a user frequently returns to a specific product, the system may raise the price, believing that the user is more likely to buy it at a higher price. This creates a tailored shopping experience, but it can also lead to significant price discrepancies based solely on individual behavior. Location is another pivotal factor in dynamic pricing. Companies often employ geolocation technology to determine where a user is accessing their site from. For example, a user in a metropolitan area may see higher prices compared to someone in a rural location. This practice raises questions about fairness and accessibility, as it can lead to unequal pricing based on geographic disparities. The underlying principle is simple. If a company believes that a consumer in a high-income area is more likely to pay a premium, they will adjust prices accordingly. The device being used to access a website can also influence pricing. Studies have shown that consumers using mobile devices tend to be more impulsive in their purchasing decisions. As a result, companies may set higher prices for mobile users, banking on their tendency to buy quickly without extensive comparison shopping. Additionally, browsing patterns can signal a user's intent. If a user frequently visits discount sites or uses price comparison tools, the algorithms may lower prices to entice them to complete a purchase. This constant adjustment creates a complex web of pricing strategies that can leave consumers feeling bewildered. The primary beneficiaries of dynamic pricing are the companies employing these strategies. By leveraging data analytics, businesses can optimize their pricing models to maximize revenue. This approach allows them to respond swiftly to market changes, competitor pricing, and consumer demand. However, while companies gain financially, consumers often remain unaware of the extent to which their online shopping experiences are influenced by these algorithms. This lack of transparency can lead to feelings of mistrust and frustration among shoppers who may feel they are not receiving a fair deal. For everyday consumers, the implications of dynamic pricing can be significant. Many people may not realize they are being subjected to personalized pricing based on their behavior and location. This can lead to situations where two individuals searching for the same product may see vastly different prices. The experience can be disheartening, especially for those who are budget conscious and rely on the assumption that prices are standardized across the board. The unsettling realization is that the prices consumers see are not as fixed or fair as they might believe. The psychological aspect of dynamic pricing cannot be overlooked. Companies understand that pricing can influence consumer behavior at a subconscious level. For instance, when a price suddenly increases after a user has shown interest, it can create a sense of urgency or fear of missing out. This tactic is often employed to encourage quicker purchasing decisions. Conversely, if a price drops, it can create a perception of value, prompting consumers to buy out of the belief they are getting a good deal. These psychological triggers are meticulously crafted to drive sales and enhance profitability. Companies design their pricing strategies with the primary goal of maximizing profit margins. In a competitive market, businesses must find ways to differentiate themselves and attract consumers. Dynamic pricing offers a solution by allowing companies to adapt to real-time market conditions. By analyzing data, they can make informed decisions about when to raise or lower prices, ensuring they remain competitive while also capitalizing on consumer demand. This strategic approach to pricing is not merely about selling products. It is about creating a sustainable business model that can thrive in an ever-changing digital landscape. The ethical considerations surrounding dynamic pricing are complex and multifaceted. On one hand, businesses argue that they are simply responding to market forces and consumer behavior, which is a fundamental aspect of capitalism. On the other hand, consumers may feel exploited, particularly if they are unaware of the factors influencing the prices they see. The lack of transparency can lead to a sense of injustice, especially when individuals realize they are being charged differently for the same product based on arbitrary factors. This raises important questions about fairness in the digital marketplace. As technology continues to evolve, the future of dynamic pricing is likely to become even more sophisticated. With advancements in artificial intelligence and machine learning, companies will be able to analyze consumer data with unprecedented accuracy. This could lead to even more personalized pricing strategies, where prices are tailored not just to individual behavior, but also to broader trends and patterns. While this may enhance the shopping experience for some, it also poses challenges in terms of fairness and accessibility. The potential for increased price discrimination raises concerns about the implications for consumer rights and the integrity of the marketplace. In conclusion, the phenomenon of price changes upon refreshing a website is a vivid illustration of the complexities of dynamic pricing. This hidden system operates through a web of data analysis, user behavior tracking, and algorithmic adjustments that create a personalized shopping experience. While companies benefit from these strategies, consumers often remain unaware of the extent to which their prices are influenced by factors beyond their control. The unsettling realization that online prices are not as fair as they appear serves as a reminder of the intricate dynamics at play in the digital marketplace. As consumers navigate this landscape, awareness and understanding of these practices become essential in making informed purchasing decisions.